You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
The date is late into the day, August 8th, 1977. The PCs have finally killed Harvey, saved the children from their imminent demise, and left with no other option, contacted Mr. Zeus with the CIA and the Knights Templar, informing him of their situation. Everyone picks up in his vehicle, driving to the temple, quote-unquote.
I'm taking a nap in the car.
I was about to say, Zeus, Mr. Zeus, why did you let Chili Dog drive?
It's a test. It's like the Buddhist test. We'll just see if he knows where he's going.
Yeah, I like it. We'll see if he can climb out of this hole in the ground.
Yeah, because he's driving his sleek black sedan through the streets of New York.
It's a nice car.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I imagine all of you are very tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is he saying this, or are you just asking?
He
us?
is saying this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grunt.
You probably don't want us to see where we're going. I'm willing to bet.
The Freemasons are a rather public secret society. We're going to the Grand Lodge of New York.
How do you explain these 3 black bags you got back here?
No, I am...
I thought that was like a conspiracy. The Freemason stuff. No? That's real?
That's a very broad brushstroke right there.
Yeah, I figured I'd just let you fill in the blanks. Give us more information than you intended to.
No, we do a lot of things.
Oh, all right.
Like the Order of New York, we built the Grand Lodge in 1782, and we have been using it as a base of operations for a small sect of us to fight against these cultists of elder gods and great old ones.
Oh, so you know about this shit. I'll just start handing them books.
Extensively.
Look at this. I'll just start pulling them out of Brock's Merce. Look at this green. Look at this green book.
Yeah, because he's driving, but
Look at this karate book. Yeah, I'm just giving them to it. Like if he doesn't take them, they go right on his genitals.
Yeah, because when you slide in the green book, he pauses. Wow, you are much more involved than I would have expected.
I didn't find this shit. I'm just holding it in this purse that Brock owns. This is Brock's purse.
Well, more importantly, have you read these books?
I don't know. Let me blow up that car over there.
I don't know. Reach your hand into his chest.
I don't know. Let me read your book. Sorry, I messed your brain up when I put my fingers in there.
Summon a fish, Donna.
Huh. Oh, well. I thought you may have just seen a few things, been wondering about things, but if you're that in where you've read these tomes and...
Kill the space spider.
Yeah, we haven't told you about all the monsters yet. That seems like a really weird thing to say.
Yeah.
I barely know, but...
a spider?
Yeah, Harvey, the dog. Do you know Harvey?
Through the letters of the Son of Sam.
Okay, so you're
One and the
familiar with
same, yeah.
he was a spider. We killed him on a roof. And then did not dispose of the body.
Spider?
Yeah, I mean, he was like probably smaller than this car, but yeah, he's pretty big.
I'll pull out that mandible that I tore off.
Yeah, he recoils when you do that.
Took this from him.
Oh, you killed a Leng spider. Okay.
Yeah, we did. Oh, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Yeah,
I didn't.
that was mostly Donna.
I didn't
but-
do anything. Donna destroyed that spider.
What kind of spider did you call it?
Leng.
His name is Lang.
Leng.
Lang.
Just Leng spider.
Leng spider.
Leng. They come from another world, the Plateaus of Leng.
Oh.
Millions of them in a large community.
Oh, millions of these
Yes.
Do spiders have communities?
These
picnics.
They're sentient, incredibly intelligent. For the most part, more intelligent than humans.
Not Harvey. They sent a bad one. They sent a real bad egg.
It's odd. They're an unaffiliated species.
I was gonna ask, can you tell me like why spiders from another planet would want to tell somebody to kill humans?
That's a fair question, Chili Dog.
Thank you. Thank you, Brock. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I'm glad. We've really grown closer
I agree with
this last couple days.
I could only assume that the spider was summoned and some sort of bargain was struck.
Who would strike a bargain with a spider? Lafitte?
Possibly Lafitte and his underlings.
Well, he was Lafitte's, the liaison between Lafitte and, it's been a long day, all right? I'm
Yeah, I
forgetting
understand.
words.
The son of Sam?
Son of Sam, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Seems like an important thing to forget, but yeah, that's it.
No, we get it.
Son of Bill? I don't remember.
Somebody's son, I'm pretty sure.
Prodigy of Samuel?
I can only imagine they needed skills a laying spider possesses for some reason to summon one and strike a bargain.
What kind of skills do they possess other than being giant spiders?
But it turned into a dog.
Oh, that?
If it was a certain one that knew magic, which if it had transformed into a dog, then I would imagine it did.
Oh, that's not a thing that the laying spiders can just do?
Not normally, no.
I see. Oh, so this was a magic spider from space.
Yes.
All right. Weirdly, that makes things make a little more sense. And then we fought a giant worm in the sewers. Mm-hmm. Do you know about that tree down there? There's a tree in the sewers that...
Not anymore.
that we destroyed that. I hope that wasn't yours.
No, there's a picture of it. I'll pull out the book that there is an illustration of, right, with the little sockets.
Because I was unfamiliar. No, I had no idea the Process Church was this involved.
Oh,
basically the Process Church was the backing of all of this.
So this is looking bad.
they're super involved.
It's very bad. We've mostly been trying to find things that slip through the cracks in the police work. Things have been so violent over the summer, there's simply not enough officers to cover everything that's going on. So we've been parsing through all of that, trying to find things out. The Son of Sam was not... We didn't think anything about him originally. That's another serial killer. It's in the tabloids. It's publicized. Did not think it tied so closely into this ritual to call back Cthulhu.
I just shrugged.
The blackout, the temperature, yes, not the Son of Sam. That part surprises me genuinely.
It's all to make people miserable and afraid.
Yeah, they're filling these stones. Are you familiar with these stones they're talking about? I'll show them the book. They're like, I know you're driving and everything, but like...
Oh, it's New York in the 70s. Like, no one cares. I'm drunk right now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought we were all drunk, to be honest with you. Look, we don't have cell phones yet. We got to do something.
That's true. I'm familiar with the concept, but not this ritual exactly.
I know I said I was going to take a nap, but what are you familiar with as far as the concept goes?
Magic requires some sort of fuel.
Okay.
Especially...
Like these balls that we've got.
Yes.
These purple balls.
What you have there, they're reservoirs.
Oh, thank you. Care to drain the reservoir later?
Where many spells are beyond the casting of a single person.
I see.
Or if they are, they're incredibly draining. So to be able to use magic on any sort of consistent basis, you need a reservoir to hold power that is beyond you. And that's what you have there.
Oh, is this one so the stones work just like these purple balls? Is this a stone?
I don't believe it's the stone for the ritual. I mean, I personally have a reservoir like that. But the stones for the ritual, they're a different kind of reservoir.
I see. So you're a knight? Do you have like a shield?
I do. And I have armor, and I have,
You have a sword?
all that accoutrement. I do.
Do you really?
I don't carry these.
Is
but
it in
yes.
the trunk? Can I wear it?
It's at the lodge.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would really like to see that when we get to the lodge, if you don't mind.
If you think that's pertinent to our situation.
It is. See, this guy knows how to handle me.
I need someone just to bust my ass and keep me alive.
Talk about my reservoirs. Oh, that was good.
I open the door, roll out. I got to join the army.
And magic on that kind of scale, you need something else to fill it. All magic requires, some sort of fuel. For this spell, it apparently is fear. It can be all sorts of things if you know how to channel it the right way.
Well, That kind of makes sense in a almost scientific sort of way.
I mean, science is sort of humanity's magic.
So we're right. These stones that we're looking for are basically batteries.
Because before looking into it too much, just logically, I would assume that they're charging these batteries, and these batteries will start something that will open a gate or send out a signal or somehow awaken Great Cthulhu.
I can talk to him right now if you want.
Hey, buddy! These guys, do me a solid. These guys are gonna summon you in a little bit.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's a trap to kill you. They're trying to lure you to kill you. Don't do it.
So not only have you read the books, you understand some of their principles and know magic?
I mean, can I ask you a question? Like, as a knight with a sword and a shield, if we say yes, are you duty bound to murder us in this car right now?
We are on the same side.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we know magic.
Gotcha.
He's the only one wearing the seatbelt. We all die.
That's the 70s. Do they even have seatbelts?
Good point.
Oh.
It's a luxury.
No, in this reality, Ralph Nader's dead. Seatbelts were never a thing. And you see, while you guys have been talking, looks like he pulls. You see this enormous Masonic temple. It's got the Freemasons symbol above it.
Oh, damn it. I meant to take a nap.
Can you drive around the blocks 3 more times?
Yeah. Could you sing me a song? I like Heart.
Kevin? No, that's different timeline. Looks like he pulls around back. Everybody make a spot hidden.
And I'm rolling a base 25.
I got a 79, which is good, and it'd be my 85.
I rolled a 57, so I'm just going to be taking a real nice long blink.
I rolled a 29, which is a pass.
Okay. No one got a critical, a fifth of their value.
No.
Okay. As you pull around back, everyone, you sort of notice it. He just kind of drums his fingers on a steering wheel, and then you see what looks like a large garage door around back opens up, and he drives his car into it.
We all noticed this?
The two of them notice it.
Okay.
This is when you blinked.
But we noticed, like I noticed us going into the side of this building that opens up.
Around back, yes.
Around back.
It's like the Batmobile driving in Batman 1, just driving very quickly through the woods.
I was thinking of the Batman show that I watched 10 years ago with that Adam West guy. He had that cave, right? Is this where you got the idea?
I mean, we've been around a lot longer than Batman.
I don't believe
Batman
it.
got it from us. We built this in 1782.
You had a garage door in 1782.
We had the cave part with a door. We installed the mechanism a little bit later.
We invented cars. Shut up. All right, Zeus.
So he pulls in, parks the car. You guys set in pitch black for a little while before finally lights. Looks like torches light.
Donna, stop touching
circles the
me.
room.
Just kidding. Miss Donna wasn't touching me.
Or we can get out now.
I just wanted to seem cool. All right, I get out.
No, that was me, Chili Dog.
I'd shrug. All right.
And you see, he walks around to what looks like this large, very Skyrim-looking oak door. It looks very old-fashioned in this room, and looks like he knocks on it, and you hear a slide back, and the door opens, and you see someone in, honest to God, looks like chainmail with a tabard that's
It's a Draugr.
a red cross on it.
Oh, man.
Does he do a special knock?
Make a spot hidden.
Yeah, good.
He does
good
it
catch.
right in front of us.
It's pretty good.
I rolled a 20.
It's not a critical.
Yeah, there's a count in between his knocks that you can pick up on. It's some sort of a pattern.
Okay.
So, but we all see this fucking knight behind, I'm going to take some hesitant, quick steps forward toward Zeus. Hesitant. I don't want to crowd him too much, but I do want to get a better look at this knight.
Yeah, and it looks like because he's got a sword at his side. Looks like he has
Holy
a
shit.
goatee and short cropped hair.
Holy shit.
And more glasses, which is the one who doesn't fit the look.
Yeah, I don't like that so much, but it's okay. I say to myself.
I like to think that he's like got them outside of his armor, like they're bent outwards,
Over
like
the
to fit around.
Yeah. They're welded onto his helmet.
It looks like he motions with his hand. You can stand down, Deeks. They're actually fine. And looks like he looks all of you over and then takes a step back. And you guys walk into what looks like a large meeting room where there's a long wooden table with wooden chairs around it. And you see there's a large symbol of the Knights Templar. And then you see, looks like maps of New York and notes and things like that scribbled down. And then it looks like where they've been planning at this table.
Are there any other people in here, or is it just Deeks and now Zeus?
There are 4 people dressed as knights in the room.
I'll go up to a bar and throw a bag of gold coins at the barkeep.
Vendor, buy the guard's beer.
Just as a 5,000 black pearl appears on the ground. You can't pick it up.
We got to drag this back to Spanish Harlem.
Remember that time we dragged 5,000 black pearl back to Spanish Harlem?
I do.
It's a good sentence.
Crowning achievement. That's the title of this episode.
And it looks like once you motion in, I don't want to be rude. He points they generally refer to last names, but this is Thomas. And he points around the table. Kyle Pertleball, David Galino, and Brett Miller.
Hi.
Please have a seat. I think we have more things to discuss.
I just want to say that I think this is really cool, and I'll sit down.
Thank you.
I'll sit down too.
You see, Zeus takes a seat at the head of the table, and he has the books that you were sitting down for him, and he plops them down in front of him. Because he's slowly parsing through them.
We don't know what to do, I'll just say.
I'm not sure I do either, but it's a start that we're communicating.
We think they're going to end the world in 2 days.
Plenty of time.
Isn't that right? 2 days?
Yeah.
What is today?
Today's the 8th.
Yes.
So we really don't have much time.
But I'm willing to learn more spells if you need me to.
I do think I should teach you all one spell.
You're welcome, guys.
It's called Summon Fish. Comes in so handy. You would not even...
Ask for Carl.
Looks like you see he motions to the person he called Brett Miller, and looks like
He's in platinum armor.
Brett. Well, he reaches into his side and he pulls out what looks like 4 small squares of platinum, and hands them each to you with some sort of stenciling tool.
Thank you for the square.
Well, it's practice, because for you to learn the spell, it has to be carved into something solid. You can't just draw it on paper. You have to carve it into stone, carve it into wood, preferably carve it into metal, while casting the spell to have it have any effect. I'm going to teach you one of few magic. Magic is neither good nor evil. If we want to be really broad about it, there's no such thing as good and evil. It doesn't exist. There's only...
Right on, brother.
Yeah, there's the survival of you, and there's survival of yourself and your tribe. That's pretty much, when it comes down to it, that's all there is.
It takes a toll on the mind, though.
It does. No, you're certainly not wrong. Humanity has these constructs like good and evil to help us process the things around us. But one of the few warding spells against these cultists and their gods is something called the Elder Sign. And it looks like he turns around, he pulls down a piece of paper, and he sketches it on the paper first, which looks like a 5-pointed star with a circle around it. I don't know much about it, like where it came from, what it means, whose sign it is, but I know that anything outside of humanity, they hate this. Granted, you can't brandish it like you would a cross against a vampire. It doesn't work like that. You can't take these pieces of platinum and wear them around your neck and be protected. At best, it might do an inch around wherever you put it. It's not that good of a ward. The best thing it can do is if you put it over an entrance or an exit, it seals it. So one of these can't come through or leave.
Unless it's strong enough to burrow through a wall.
Even then,
Oh.
it would just have to find an entirely different, already created entrance.
It's interesting.
Or actually, I imagine there is a limit to it, but I don't know what. I haven't had enough experience to see if you started onto a door, if it would protect it 10 feet, 20 feet out, 30 feet out. Sorry about that. Knocked over. There you go. Sorry about
You're just
that.
getting really into the game.
Yeah. So you could be right. I imagine it could be after 40 feet they could bust through the wall. I'm not entirely sure. I do know it would rend a magical gateway useless.
Oh, well, that seems like probably. Yeah, we should probably learn that then, because they're gonna. I assume Cthulhu is not gonna just walk through a door like.
So this would protect us, but this would not protect us from some kind of magic spell.
No.
Well, what about this? I'll reach into my jacket and pull out that Scientology book that we were given. And I'll toss it down on the table. I think that had something to do with us not getting sick the night of the General G's murder.
You think so?
And that's one thing we all had in common. We all had one of those.
Does it have a symbol or something in it?
Now you see as he's flipping through it. Yeah, you can see, and it looks like he pulls open pages, and you see like written in between page numbers and things like that. You see these small, strange signs drawn in by hand. Protection, I guess, would be a certain way of putting it. I think this contact with this more or less grants you an exception.
What's the difference between protection and an exception?
It doesn't make a shield where it can't get to you. It just instead passes over you.
Oh, okay.
Would
A semantical difference.
Would that make us an exception to the rest of their magic, or is that useless now?
I don't know.
So let's keep those then, just in case.
Yeah, hold on to them.
Here, I will. Because he teaches you how to sketch onto that metal. So each of you learn the spell Elder Sign.
All right. Gained item, Elder Scrolls.
So I'll read you the entire entry. Elder Sign. Its decoration was rather in the rough shape of a star, in the center of which appeared to be a caricature of a single giant eye. But it was not an eye, rather a broken lozenge in shape with certain lines suggesting flames, perhaps a solitary pillar of flame. This spell activates a previously drawn Elder Sign. Each active Elder Sign takes a sacrifice of 2 POW to create, but costs no sanity points. An Elder Sign may be formed into a leaden seal, carved into rock, forged in steel, etc. When made active besides an opening or a gate, it makes the path unusable to the minions of the Great Old Ones and Outer Gods, as well as those greater beings themselves. Without this spell, the symbol itself means nothing and has no effect. The writings of certain scribes, apart, the Elder Sign is worthless in personal defense. If the monster or minion can evade the sign, one around the neck, for instance, an Elder Sign might protect a few square inches of flesh, but the rest of the wearer's body would be completely vulnerable.
Okay. So the cost to cast it was 2 POW?
Yes.
Okay. That's a significant cost.
Mm-hmm. But it's permanent.
Yeah, even more significant.
Yeah. But
we
all know this, yes.
Okay.
We all know this spell just in case we need it.
All right. So you've used it here, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of our entrances are guarded with it.
So you mentioned vampires earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that.
Look around at Chili Dog and Donna. Are they real?
Not in the sense of the fiction you're thinking of.
Okay. I don't know what that means exactly, but okay.
So they're not like Dracula and shit.
Right.
They're like, what are they like?
No, they actually, oddly enough, they sparkle. When
They go to high school.
Yeah.
And like 40-year-old women love them.
There are the most popular kinds, flame vampires and star vampires, but they look
Space vampires?
alien.
Oh.
I see.
I believe anything at this point. So
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair statement.
Yeah.
That's a very vulnerable. We're in a very vulnerable state. Like someone could essentially program us right now, or it's like the moon was flown in by aliens 20 years ago.
Because he's flipping through books and he shows you this, which is a star. That is a star vampire.
Yeah, that doesn't look anything like Dracula.
That looks like something I've seen that's like an aquarium or something.
Because it looks like it's sea coral with claws.
That's a vampire?
Yes.
Where do you stake it?
You don't. You just generally run. So many of these things, magic that kills us to cast, are at their whims. So a human to combat anything from outside of Earth is, for the most part, foolish.
But you're impressed with us, though, right?
I'm impressed you're alive.
Yeah, I'll smile.
Yeah. Kind of surprised myself.
We've had some close calls.
Well, do you have any questions? Do you have any theories?
Yeah, I got a
Just
few questions.
I just picture us all raising our hands.
You're right. At the same time, I'm gonna be honest. I've said this before, and I mean it. I don't know. We're supposed how do we stop this? I don't know.
Okay, let's start at their end game summoning Cthulhu. Yeah. And I'm gonna assume that's bad. Exactly how bad we talking?
According to lore, Cthulhu used to rule the earth millennia upon millennia ago. He is some sort of god from space. Let's put it like that.
Everything seems to be from space now.
And he sleeps here, deep under the sea.
So he's already here.
He's already here.
Just
and
asleep.
so they want to awaken him. For what purpose, I don't understand. Because let's put it, if we're having this meeting and an ant crawls across the table, the ant is nothing to you. You might squash it for no other reason than it's there, or perhaps it slightly bugs you, or you may just ignore it. It's meaningless in its size in comparison to you. That's what we are to Cthulhu. That's what we are to most all of these denizens from elsewhere. So if he wakes up and he will treat all of us basically like a bothersome anthill.
I don't understand why anyone would wake him up.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
So Lafitte's insane.
I would say so. Because if it's the same Jean Lafitte who was a pirate in the 1700s.
Come again?
If Jean Lafitte was a pirate around the Gulf of Mexico and
No, we
beyond
saw him. He didn't
in
have
the
any eye
1700s.
patches.
Okay, never mind then. We're good.
He did have a peg leg though. in a parrot. This is a problem.
Supposedly he was lost at sea and found some sort of a treasure trove of all things to do with Cthulhu and magic, and that he's used that to build his empire and extend his life, and he is utterly irrevocably mad. This is all just things I've put together. No one would believe me. It's basically an independent
I believe you.
investigation. Society as a whole is not going to believe anything about this Jean Lafitte. He has the papers to prove he is a U.S. citizen, and he has businesses and a social security number. I can't touch him if he is the same Jean Lafitte.
Which we'll assume that he is.
Well, we did come across a spell that allows agelessness, essentially. So it's plausible.
There are pact spells that immediately grant immortality.
Oh, let's do that. What are we doing here?
It's a more dangerous spell.
We also found evidence of that the married couple, the
Marianne
and
Bill.
Robert.
Marianne
Son of Bill. You think it's
Oh shit, we're
Marianne
supposed to get the
and
son of Sam? Fuck. Then who is this guy we just murdered?
we did find evidence of them being married for longer than any of them should be alive. So
I would imagine he has bought his followers with agelessness.
Do you know, is there a way that we can find Lafitte? Like, do you have like an extensive network or anything we could tap into?
I have a very extensive network, but the problem is so does he.
Yeah.
Tracking Lafitte is difficult. He's amazingly good. He's an amazingly good businessman. Covering his tracks, his administration is perfect.
maybe we're going about this the wrong way. We don't necessarily have to stop Lafitte to stop his plans. I think the son of Sam,
Bill.
son of Bill's the key.
Right.
We just have to stop their ritual. If we capture the son of Sam, that's going to put a lot of minds at ease.
Yeah. I kind of like, with Miss Donna's permission though, like eventually I gotta like talk to Lafitte because I feel like he is gonna bother me for a long time. That dog gave me that. That dog said that he wanted me to have that book because I have potential. Please,
Okay.
please don't murder me in your house.
I'm just wondering what he means.
I don't know what he means either. But that book had some fucking gnarly shit in it.
He may just mean that he thinks you're easily manipulated.
He's right, I guess, probably.
You're right, Miss Dawn. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you have more drugs I could take? Follow your instructions? Because if you do, I'm happy to just follow your lead.
So this close to the date, I would just wonder if all of the reservoirs are full.
That's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
And they're just waiting for something else.
In which case, capturing the Son of Sam would be meaningless.
If that's the way it works.
Yeah, what would they be waiting for? Why wouldn't they just do it? Oh,
Phase of the moon.
I see.
Something in a Cthulhu Holy Day.
There's
Any sort of things. Why it has to be August the 10th makes me think it's something special about that day.
They said they were all meeting in a place, so all we have to do is find a place, and we'll be golden.
And what I would gather, Lafitte, if it's the same Jean Lafitte, and he's been around for hundreds of years, he knows better than to be in the forefront. So I would imagine that Jean Lafitte is not even in New York City.
Went back to New Orleans.
Possibly. I would imagine he set everything up in motion. He will go back to his throne and watch the dominoes fall.
You don't think he'd want to be there to meet,
I do not.
To meet his old buddy?
Even as mad as he is, he has to know that if they were to awaken Cthulhu would likely destroy him, no matter who he is or what he's done.
So that leaves us with Marion and Robert, or Steve and Ian.
All of which are missing.
Right.
If they're all missing, then I assume they're all together.
Right. Yeah, they were meeting at a place. We just don't know what the place is.
And yeah, they never mentioned. They always said meet there. I doubt tracing their phone calls would help any.
Well, there has to be something to trace then. What do you know about all of them?
Well,
Steve and Ian are club owners.
right.
I think they're probably fairly new initiates if their reward was going to be immortality.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I gathered from the messages from the notes, that they were going to be rewarded.
They had a cool cat named Josh Edwards.
Yeah.
So if anything good came out of this, it's that. I got a cat now.
Marianne and Robert, probably way older than they seem. So they've been around for a while.
Yeah. They all, are connected to the Process Church, of course.
Right. Which we've been to. That's where we found the tree.
So it looks like the tree, because from what you told me, the tree grew something that they took.
Yeah, it had like a little not a little strawberry top, but it had a big old strawberry top on it. They grew something.
See, that could be some sort of lure, bait, something to attract an entity. Something could...
I thought they grew that worm that almost ate us.
Oh, that's a Chthonian. That is another... It's a race just like ling spiders.
Oh, so that's not growing from a tree like that?
No.
So it's something else. Okay.
They could have been growing an apple to harvest the worm. Or like this to be something they open a gate and set it out and it will attract something from beyond to it. There are a lot of different ways to think about it.
Huh. So, is there any way we could find that?
Let's sniff it out.
Yeah,
Would this have any kind of effect on the people around it?
Hard to say.
I don't know, look, I just learned magic a day ago, but is there any kind of magic that could help us find the fruit that they grew?
No spell. So he goes and looks through his books. There's not.
I know a botanist, but that's not gonna help, right? Yeah, I know a botanist.
You talking about? About your supplier?
Yeah, don't look at me like that. I know a botanist.
The best I can do is an auger.
What's that? An otter?
An otter. Have you tried asking an otter?
I have not. Is that a size 10 creature? Otherwise, I don't care.
An auger is a glimpse into the future. You can ask a question and it will give us another riddle.
Let's do that. That sounds like fun. Yeah, let's do that. I'll do it.
No
Let's do that.
more riddles.
I'll do it. Malone, you don't have to do it. Here, hold your purse.
Wondering when you give this back. Why are these drugs in it?
Oh, wait, I'm going to need those. Can we do that?
Yes. Kyle, brew some tea, please. He goes and he...
Yeah, Kyle. I'm letting her remember.
You see, he comes over and pours Zeus a cup of tea. And he quickly drinks it and then sits down and looks at the tea leaves. You see, he then casts Augur.
Oh, I've seen this at the fair before. Please ask again later.
Just shake him.
Because he kind of looks at it strangely. The fruit is not a fruit, but it is the apple of its father's eye.
The fruit is not a fruit. You weren't kidding about these riddles.
No.
But
Okay.
it is the apple of its father's eye.
Yeah.
So it's a straight,
Baby Cthulhu?
baby Cthulhu.
It's a baby Cthulhu.
We know he's heterosexual.
Well, how do we know that?
It's not a fruit.
Oh, he's not a... Oh, Malone, I didn't get that.
It's the 70s. That's what we call
Malone, I know what decade it is. I just think it's
I was
odd.
thinking you meant he like biologically created, but no.
You gotta open your mind. You gotta open your mind, Malone. Come on.
No.
Hey,
I'll have
you know, it's on. I'm into some pretty weird shit. It's on my character sheet.
I bet you $5 Micah's laughing his ass off right now.
I have a show note in there that just says fruit joke. Okay. All right. Thanks for the auger.
You're welcome.
That was like not helpful at all.
Oh,
told
I
you.
made it up off the top of my head.
Does Cthulhu have a son?
Yes. Many.
I just visibly, like my shoulders just visibly slump.
All right, so we got to kill all of those.
I don't think that the apple of someone's eye is necessarily their child.
Okay, what do you think it might be?
Like it could be a child. It could be just something.
New York
that they-
City?
they
Some Big
really
Apple?
like.
Someone they fancy.
Is there an eye in New York City? I feel like I'm on to something here, and you guys don't believe me. Where's the eye of New York City? I'll be right back. I'll leave.
Like Doctor Who, I'll look into the void of New York City.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's go talk to the face of Bo.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, maybe there are more mundane means of tracking them down.
Well, I've got the police following a couple cars. So far, that hasn't turned up anything.
I bet I would, with the date so close, they're probably already all together and didn't take cars, didn't all met up wherever they're going to be on the 10th. They're already there.
So if they didn't take cars, they would have walked or taken the subway.
Yes, something hard to track.
That is hard to track, so that doesn't help us. But I mean,
Where? All right, let's think about, because you know these people, or roughly
Kinda.
better than I do.
Marianne's pretty cute. No offense, Miss Donna.
Let's think mortal flaws then. What is something that they would give into that isn't necessarily from an order? Lafitte would have told them, find a place together, don't take traceable vehicles, blah, blah, blah.
I see.
But some of them would have indulged something.
Marianne seems pretty loose.
That's a rude thing to say.
She might get around a little bit.
You don't think that was just an act to get us to like join the church?
I think she was just playing you guys.
All women are whores.
Damn these fruits!
I'm just a nice guy. I'll treat them so well. No one sucks my dick.
All right. So Steve and Ian, they were club owners.
Yeah, I don't know of any of their vices, but
I don't know, but
do they have any?
holding up in a bunker somewhere they'd probably get bored.
None of them had a criminal record.
Not that I know of.
Can we?
The only one who had one was
Robert.
And what was his?
It wasn't like 6 charges of illegal gambling or something that
Right.
helps us.
18 charges of eating at this specific restaurant.
domestic abuse. things like that.
Well, he can beat his wife anywhere, I guess. That's help us.
Where do you go in New York to just give your wife a vicious beat down?
Miss Donna, that's our right as a man here in the 1970s.
I'll pull out my gun. Let me tell you what.
I'm going to see how many, like this in the 70s references I can make
Right.
to make Cody Stinson's head explode.
Miss Donna, you've already hit me with that gun once, so
I'll do it again, too.
I know you will. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Miss Donna, that things aren't right. That's all I'm saying. You
Things aren't right. I agree.
Put that gun away. I appreciate it. Look, just because you saved my life, remember I saved yours earlier. We're friends.
All right, fine.
All right.
What other clues have you come across?
Well, we got these books that I showed you already, so I'm guessing that's not super important.
Yeah, the books, the Cthulhu statue, the skull mandible that I pulled off the ling spider.
We're children, Zeus. I don't know if you knew that.
Like I said, I had the police follow a couple of cars, but they're in a parking garage somewhere. Nobody's come back for them.
I've got this whistle that Rob Torres gave me.
Oh, I've got one of those too.
Oh, cool.
My organization did that.
Oh, yeah. The Knights did this?
No.
Oh, what?
CIA.
So the CIA is... Wait, the CIA is real?
The CIA hates paying for phone calls.
We do.
Oh, cool.
Their budget got cut, so they improvised.
All right. CIA is all right, I guess.
Okay, so I think Steve and Ian are probably going to be the weakest links if they're the new members.
Okay, I just have to get... Is Steve and Ian, are they a gay couple? Because, ever since you first told us, I've just assumed they're a gay couple.
Me too.
Okay. Are they?
Are they fruity?
You don't know that for sure.
They didn't live together.
That is true. But it is the 70s, Miss Donna.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I've just assumed that they were a gay couple.
I assume that as well.
Okay.
So if we assume they're a gay couple,
So if they're a couple and Marianne and Robert are a couple, they went on a couple spa retreat for their last day.
They went to renew their vows at Niagara Falls. Let's go. Okay, where could they go? We don't know enough about these people, I'm
No.
afraid. I know that one had a really sweet record collection, but he didn't care enough about music to take any of that shit with him.
they had pets.
They had pets.
left.
They didn't give a fuck about those either.
Okay, what else? Let's see. So we know likely
They don't
if
care.
you found cars still at their homes, they likely walked somewhere. I would assume that they paid in cash for things, so those kind of things aren't traceable.
Are we sure they're still here in town?
I would think they probably are if they left their cars, but maybe
Yeah, they couldn't get too far unless they hopped on a Greyhound bus. They couldn't get too far.
right,
without
or
their
had a
bus.
car that was stashed away
Yeah.
somewhere.
Since they gathered the fear here, I would assume the spell needs to take place here.
Okay.
Do we know anything about the ritual itself?
Yeah, that's a good question. Would it have to be in a landmark or something like that?
I would assume so.
Do you believe in ley lines?
I do.
No, those are those real though?
Yes. I would assume it's some sort of point where maybe their energies would be higher that they could utilize.
Well, there are plenty of landmarks and things in New York City.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But at least but
They're
at least
probably
we know.
not going to pick something obvious, something where they could easily be investigated, like the Statue of Liberty or the
Yeah,
Empire
I just
State
gotta
Building.
say, I'm just looking at the license plate with the Statue of Liberty symbol.
Yeah.
Something iconic.
Okay. All right. So let's think. Where would they go? Where would they all go together? What is the common link between all of them other than the Prospect Church? Is there another Prospect Church in the city?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Okay. So
What about buildings owned by them?
that's not a bad idea.
Owned by the church or owned by them personally?
Either.
I'd say owned by the church, but yeah, either would be fine.
Probably start with the church.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Make a call, Mr. Policeman.
Do you have a phone I can borrow?
Absolutely. And yeah, they bring you out a black receiver phone.
Yeah. I'll just call in. What What department would that even be? Somebody at City Hall?
Yeah, it'd be like, I would think so. Like
Some kind of...
public records or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So if I've got any contacts there, I'll try
Sure.
and contact...
Don't you have like flunkies at the police department that do the legwork for you?
No, I'm
Since
not.
you're
I'm not
detective.
very. I'm not very well liked at the police department. So
Oh, imagine that. Maybe if you open your mind a little bit and accepted this fruits that you so called them, then maybe things would be different.
I'll take those words to heart. Chili. So yeah, I'll call City Hall.
Okay.
And yeah, if it's a matter of public record, I'll see if any other buildings, warehouse buildings, anything like that, may be owned by the Process Church.
Yeah, they can look into. Looks like nothing is owned in the name of the Process Church, but
John
in individuals.
Lafitte or Robert or
Nothing is owned in the name of the process church.
But it's all in the individuals, not in the business itself.
Even the church that we went to is owned in an individual name.
Yeah, the building is owned by Jean Lafitte.
okay, well, John Lafitte then. What other structures does he own in town? Harvey. He's back. There are millions of them.
Harvey's back on the material plane.
No, Miller doesn't listen.
Lafitte owns the Empire State Building.
Yeah, you do find he owns a lot of properties all over town. He owns several locations in the harbor. He also owns a hotel.
Typical pirate. Harbor and hotel.
I think, yeah, I'm going to write all the addresses down. And go ahead and check Robert and Marianne's last name, whatever, McLean.
They own their house.
Okay. And then...
Which is the church, which is connected to the church, right?
Next door.
Yeah, next door.
Right, okay.
And then Steve and Ian.
They own their own condos, and they own Studio 54. And they have a now defunct record studio.
Okay. Yeah, I'll write down all the addresses. And I will tell her to have a nice day. I'm assuming it's a her because I'm sexist.
The name of something. For some reason, it's not in my notes.
That was very quick of them to tell you all that stuff, considering it's the 70s, and they would have had to like look all that stuff up on paper.
It's taken hours.
There's a theme.
Now it's the 10th. Good job.
They're right here. Let me just ask them. Lafitte? Yeah. Steve, Ian? Yeah, they're all here.
I mean, they could be all staying at that hotel.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of...
Down by the docks. Wasn't one of your...
He owns the Hotel Astor.
Where is it?
right near the beach.
Yeah, wasn't one of your spells, wasn't the Contact Cthulhu spell, better if you cast it, on the shore or something?
Yeah, I actually would need to be by the ocean.
If they're summoning him, they may
It's
need to
located
too.
at Times Square.
Oh,
There'd be a lot of people with
That's-
energy to feed off of at Times Square.
That's a
But it's also
landmark.
super obvious. It's a huge, super obvious landmark.
Yeah. But I mean, any landmark's going to be super obvious though, right? I mean,
I don't know. There's probably a placard for the shirtwaist fire or something. There's little stuff.
yeah. You think that qualifies as a landmark?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Like a historical
would it
location.
would it be a Pokestop?
Yeah.
it would definitely be a Pokestop.
All right. Well, if that's how you measure things. And, all right. God, we are fucked. It could be anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
I think the hotels
assuming
are...
that they're going to do the same spell that you can do, the Summon Cthulhu spell.
I imagine they probably can't, considering they gave us the book.
And you have to be near water to cast it, and he owns a bunch of stuff by the harbor, then I think we should go to the harbor.
Okay. Are there any subway lines or anything that run that way? Is there a station nearby that would make sense with our theory that they either had to walk or take public transport there?
taking a cab. I mean,
That is true too. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say from the harbor or the hotel or one of these places you find them or you find a clue. What happens when they're found?
We kill them.
Well,
I don't know that would necessarily stop the ritual.
we need
if
the
they're dead.
stones, right? Because if they don't have the stones, they can't do the ritual.
the stones are their batteries.
We watch them from far away. what do police call that? A stakeout?
Yeah, but can we destroying the stones? That if they're using it as a source of magic, will that?
I would say that would stop the ritual, but things like that are not easily destroyed.
What about the thing they grew?
Can we drain them? Can we use a magic spell to?
Summon so many fish.
I mean,
We will be by the harbor.
It's Friday, you Catholic. Doing this.
I mean, I know that's a joke, but
Oh no, it's
it may be.
Well, there always, magic is two-sided. There will always be a way to untie what was tied together. So this ritual will have some sort of a flaw that can end it. So I would assume that those batteries can be broken or the spell energy could be redirected. I think it would probably be easier to break them than it would be to redirect the spell.
so they're using the stones to open the gate, and they're using something they grew to lure Cthulhu through the gate.
That's just a theory on my part. I don't know if it's true or not.
I mean, fuck, it makes more sense than anything I've come up with.
So we just open a portal, let Cthulhu wake up. We open a portal, toss the fruit into Ling, and Cthulhu can go and stomp on a bunch of space spiders.
All right, but how do we? I can't open a portal to Lang. Can you?
No.
All right.
I want to start a trans-dimensional war with the planet of space spiders.
We're war criminals. That's how this game ends. We're interdimensional war criminals. So, I'm going to be honest. I do not feel confident in these answers that we've come up with. But it's better than when we came here.
Have you found anything about reversing the ritual?
Not that I've come across, no.
No, we found a few details on like the ritual itself from this Kanaha person. Here, you read this stuff. Does this mean anything to you? I'll hand over the notes.
See, I don't even know where I put that. Kenna's room has been cleaned up so many times. Great podcasting. Great podcasting.
You're shuffling papers. That's appropriate.
It's a very
noise.
long note.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like UO when you open a scroll, just over and over again.
Still, hope that spell doesn't fizzle.
So I'm assuming that
It does say here that there is a flaw, that if you redirect the energy with something, that everything can be broken with something permanent and concrete that is the pinnacle of the ritual. That's vague, but that's something.
I don't think that's vague. I think that was nonsensical. Say that again.
All of their writings are. Well, I'm going on what I remember just writing this a long time ago.
Wait, you wrote it?
Shit. Because I have lost that note.
All right. Well, I remember it said something about turn the fear against itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then also in my mind, I remember has like an object, but that probably isn't a thing. That's probably not a real sentence. But yep,
Yeah.
but yep, those are the words I scrolled in my mind when I was drunk.
So,
Has to be an object.
So I mean,
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
that's plausible if there is an object that can turn the spell against itself.
Well, that's what the note said. And right, why would a follower just make shit up? What object could turn the spell?
Okay,
on
hold on. I wrote something down too. The object of the fear, concrete and permanent, can be the focal point and break the ritual.
Say that again.
The object of the fear.
The object of the fear. What is the object of the fear?
Son of Sam.
Yeah, that's what I would assume, but it says concrete and permanent.
Concrete and permanent. That would be the stone, right? Because the fear is in the stone.
He's a mortal being. He's not concrete and permanent. He'll die and fade and be gone.
Right. That's why I think it might be the stones.
Unless he
Right?
lives on years,
I don't think everyone's
years
afraid
later
of the stones.
when people are doing podcasts.
Well, everything that they're afraid of is intangible, right? I mean, unless it's some like existential thing, like death is permanent, everyone's afraid of death. I mean, They're afraid of the street violence because of the heat and the blackout. And that's already gone. Son of Sam's just a person.
Right. Do you think concrete and permanent is maybe
The
very
structure?
literal? Right, like the structure.
Possibly.
But where could we find a concrete structure in New York City, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it says the object of the fear, concrete and permanent. But so what building are they afraid of? The DMV.
Yeah, obviously.
I had to go today.
Yeah, they go to the DMV, Miss Donna.
I had to go get my driver's license renewed.
Yeah. Don't want to get pulled over.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tried to go gambling, couldn't.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh, here's something you have. Some kind of transcription by a Rob Torres.
Oh, I know Rob Torres. The French stuff.
You know the drill for this. There are a few things you need to do. One, get the media to change his name. We have the fear we need, but as it stands, the flaw may become obvious. 2, the black dealer has fallen deep in the enemies. Cease acquisitions. Take care of the problem. I know you're both worried. I'll
This
use
is
the green
crazy.
book.
Do we need his
The
gun?
gun.
You see Zeus just sort of cocks his head.
That's the object of the fear.
Yeah,
we
and
need
they-
his gun.
They changed his name so it wouldn't reference the gun
We need
anymore.
his gun.
Oh, we are so stupid.
Yep.
No, we're so screwed is what we are. How are we going to find him and get his gun?
So now we're back to finding him.
No, just catch this serial killer that all of New York has been looking for before a day and a half.
Hey, can we talk to your tea again?
It's pretty dumb tea.
Don't you have like a crystal ball or something better?
I mean, I've got animal entrails. We could try that.
God.
Gotta be better than tea.
Oh, so, all right. So, God, no offense, Zeus, but we've wasted so much fucking time here. I'm glad we met you and everything, but I feel like before all of this, I feel like from the very beginning we were looking for the son of Sam, and then we got all turned around, and now we're looking for the fucking son of Sam again. Like I said, no offense.
Yeah, I'm just slightly banging my head on the table.
Well, if you're looking for his gun, yeah, if he's found and arrested and that goes into evidence, that will be very hard to get.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. You're right. So, right, we need to, right. But the problem is we killed the spider who was talking to him. The smart thing would have been to follow the spider to him, but we killed that spider.
The spider was onto us. The spider wouldn't have led us to him.
Well, he's also not going to be getting updates anymore then if the spider was the liaison.
So, which one of us is going to dress up like a dog?
and do what? Just walk around telling
Yelling his
random
name.
people to.
Yeah, just tell him
Hey,
who to kill.
did you kill those people I sent to?
Okay, I'll be the front half of the dog. You be the back.
I'll be the back half. I'll mutter
So-
Steve and Ian every now and then. Let's see if anybody perks up.
Okay. The son of Sam said in his letters that the dog was his neighbor's dog. Assuming that the spider had been going incognito as a dog for a while, we could walk around your neighborhood and see
No,
who's
he's-
missing a dog.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, because Harvey's definitely from my neighborhood. Oh, the son of Sam is in my neighborhood? Cool. Great. I like that. It's great. I hope it better not be Rob Torres. That's all I gotta say. It better not be me or Rob Torres. Or one of the kids. Oh, it is the son of Sam. It's probably one of the kids I teach.
We should off him just to be sure.
I taught this kid world-ending karate. Shit, he is a deadly weapon.
I taught him how to conjure up a revolver from his very hand. I'm assuming it's a revolver. I don't know. All right, so back to my place then.
Bonus points if it's someone missing a dog whose name is Sam.
I'll have some flyers made up. We'll put them on telephone poles. I'm sure someone will call us by the end of the day. No? Not a good idea? I'm not going for that. Okay.
Well, if you want to follow this up, I will search for this Stephen Ian.
How are you going to do that?
I will send my knights and myself to the harbor and the hotel and
Okay.
Knights in shining armor.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and get our armor and swords and stuff, and we'll be on our way.
I'm just nod silently alone.
knowledge is the best weapon. And
Oh, God.
Don't give me that shit, Zeus.
yeah, he starts making plans, and he has someone else drive you back to wherever if you want to go back to
We'll go back to
Malone's
my-
for your car.
Yeah, I'll go back to my car.
Okay.
Before we leave, I definitely want to say to Zeus, but when this is all said and done, I'd really like to see your armor and shield and sword. When this is all finished, when
this
we're
is-
done.
If you can stop the awakening of Great Cthulhu, I will show you my sword and my shield and my armor.
That could be my reward. That's all I need. We're going to get this shit done. I'm motivated now, Miss Donna. I'm
Okay,
motivated.
Let's go.
All right. After you, Miss Donna.
We'll leave.
I'll follow.
He just wants to look at your ass.
I didn't say that.
No, I did.
All right. You head back to, Gentle G's apartment is where you left your car. So you find yourself back there, and then you're back in Malone's car, and then you're going to Chili Dogs.
Yeah, the neighborhood.
Yeah. He is. I mean, we saw this motherfucking dog in the neighborhood like for a long time, right?
It's true,
Okay.
yeah. You'd never found out who owned it, though.
Okay.
It's just like a mean stray dog.
Right. No collar. Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, I guess we could ask around. Have
I'm
the
gonna-
kids ask around.
I'm gonna ask Rob Torres. I'm sure Rob and I have talked about Harvey before.
Yeah.
He
was very scared of Harvey. He would have done something if he'd known.
Yeah, the kids. So yeah, we can talk to the kids. But I also feel like I probably talked to the kids about Harvey too, because remember in the very beginning of all this whole ordeal, I had them pretend that Phil was Harvey. I feel like at one point in time, someone would say, "Wait, you mean my neighbor's dog, Harvey?"
And there was, whenever I had them look up properties owned by Lafitte, there's nothing in this neighborhood.
Yeah, nothing in this neighborhood.
I think the spider was probably posing as a dog to unsuspecting people.
Do you think he, killed the dog and took the place of the dog?
Possibly.
Maybe, but I don't think that. Why would he need to do that? You know what I mean? Like,
To blend in.
but why would he want to live with? Why would the spider would just want to live with somebody? Wouldn't it just be a spider and kind of do its own fucking thing? Like, I don't think it needs to depend on a person to feed it or anything like that. Have there been a lot of murders in Spanish Harlem?
There've been a lot of murders all over New York.
Like in a concentrated area, though. Where a spider might have, like a giant space spider might have been eating people.
Any suspicious, I don't know, entire innards missing or
Right,
anything
yeah.
like that?
webs,
Any, giant
people
webs.
bound up.
Yeah. Can you check the police reports on that, please? Man found. Inside's gone. Shrugs. Question marks.
Suicide?
Cocaine. Scratch.
Yeah, you guys head back, and you can park in front of the Topigo Bodega by Chili Dogs.
I'll burst in the bodega door. Rob Torres.
Yeah, he sets up. Hey,
Hey, I just talked to some knights, man. We need to figure out what the fuck's going on with Harvey. He's dead, but we gotta figure out who owned him.
he just blinks at you.
Look, I haven't had any drugs in a long time. I'm starting to get on edge, man. How'd karate class go, by the way? Hey, I'm sorry I raised my voice, Rob Torres.
No, good, man. Good, really good. They did kicks and stuff.
Yeah, man, good.
Yeah.
You could do this.
Yeah.
Have you thought about it?
Good. Maybe. I don't
You
know.
want to switch places one day?
Yes.
I'll run the bodega.
Yeah,
You can run the karate dojo.
That's nothing could go wrong.
Look, but seriously, I gotta find out where Harvey. Man, dude, shit is fucking weird. We got this is gonna sound crazy, but we got a full fucking day before we're all serving another god. You know what I mean?
I feel like that too, man.
You ever feel like the weight of the world is just on just your shoulders, and the only people there to help you are two other people you hardly know?
Yeah, man.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to solve this problem like I solve all my problems. I'm just going to take a really long nap. I'll see you in a couple days.
We'll just see how this shakes out.
If that's how Dave Moore would solve this problem, that's how we would do it. We're just going to sleep until it's not our problem anymore.
This would be like Y2K. We'll just wake up, just make a big deal about it. It's be fine.
Do you know where Harvey lived? We don't know where Harvey lived, Rob Torres.
Oh, I thought Harvey was just a big nasty stray.
Can we think of all the places we've seen him?
I've seen him mostly, man. I've seen him, around here for a while. I've seen him up.
Well, he could have been scoping me out. Not to brag or anything, but he saw a lot of potential in me, Rob Torres.
I've been scoping you out. I've been hearing some friends of mine that went to Studio 54 said they saw him like around there.
Was Harvey always...
Whoa, God, Malone. Hi. Whoa, Jesus, I didn't know you were there.
I've been here the whole time.
Good. Oh, Miss Donna, you're here too.
Yep.
Was Harvey always mean, or is this a recent change?
Anytime I've ever seen him, he's always been mean.
How long has this gone back? How long have you been seeing him?
Back before I moved here, right?
It's been, I guess he's been like, he hasn't been like a constant, like forever problem. Maybe like a year.
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe.
right. Yeah, that sounds right.
What about your kids? Would the kids have ever followed Harvey?
The kids are all scared of Harvey, but we can talk to the kids, but we don't have class again until next Wednesday.
Where do they hang out besides here?
I don't know, man. They're kids, like candy store.
Let me look at their permission slip.
Look, man, like not to like bring this party down or anything, but like some of these kids probably don't even have parents. Like,
I'll look out the window. Are there any kids like staring sadly into the bodega window?
Make a spot hidden.
They're hiding from us. Oh God, there's that karate man.
I saw him on that roof, just firing guns and throwing like fiery bottles.
Do you think that would attract kids?
Just like vicious spider legs, just like
Coming out of a dumpster.
Yeah. 20, which is my beats my 85. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking. You kind of poke your head out. And you look around, and you do see like one kid, probably like 14 or 15, a stoop kid. So he's just sitting on his stoop.
Stoop kid.
Stoop kid.
That's a reference.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to the kid.
Oh, look, a young teenager that's not masturbating. Quick, talk to him.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go talk to the kid, and I take like a step. Chili dog, come talk to this kid. You're better with kids than
Do I recognize this kid?
Have you seen him around? He's never been at the dojo or anything before.
All right, Miss Donna, I'm out of drugs. Do you have more drugs?
Of course.
Can I have some of those?
After you talk to this kid.
I kind of might need them to talk to the kid.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, you hook me up?
Yeah.
Great. Look, no one judge me if I give drugs to this kid, okay?
Yeah, I just picture her like taking a syringe out and just injecting you with drugs. There.
It's just a syringe with drugs.
Where's Harvey?
At this point, I turn into a dog in my mind. All right, to find a dog, we need to think like a dog. But a dog that's actually a spider. And then I take a nap for 4 days. Yes, I'll head over to Stoop Kid. Drugs in my pocket.
I think you broke Tyler.
No, I'm
Loading screen.
screen something up.
We exited this zone. We're entering another.
Yeah, you just walk up to the kid.
All of us are going, or just me?
No,
just you.
I'm watching you
All
from
right.
across the street.
Okay, I'll walk up to the kid.
Yeah, you see he just looks up, purposely looking at the ground.
Hey, man.
Chili dog.
Yeah, Arnold, what's up?
I guess you're close.
Damn it. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Paul.
You're not in my class.
No.
Paul.
Cool.
Paul Kluel, what's up? I'll sit down next to him on the steps, on the stoop.
Yeah, he just.
Is this your stoop or you just sit here?
It's. I don't know. I guess
Free stoop, right?
Free. All stoops are pretty much free.
Public.
Yeah.
Public domain.
Public stoop.
That's what it means. Look, Paul Kluel. Man, do you know that dog, Harvey?
Yeah.
Well, he's dead. That's good news. I just want.
For real?
Yeah, man, he is dead for real.
Fuck yeah.
Can I tell you a secret? I swear to God, you cannot tell anybody this. I'm going to tell
That's a
you
good way to
because I
start a
thought your name
friendship.
was Arnold.
Okay.
I'm going to look around dramatically to make sure nobody is around.
I'm like literally right across the street, probably like pacing back and forth, like watching.
Gun and badge.
I'm going to wave the cop away. See that robot policeman? That's my friend, believe it or not. I'll lean in close. You're gonna think I'm fucking with you, but I am not. I promise I am not fucking with you. Do you believe me?
Sure. Why not?
You're not gonna in a minute.
Okay.
That dog, that dog was a spider, a big spider from space. I know, but I can prove it to you. You want to see something that'll make you go crazy? Here, climb this fire escape.
Here, read this book.
Hey, Paul, you want to learn how to cast spells and shit? You want to be my disciple?
Take my extra special karate class.
It's called, my extra special karate class is called I'm Jesus. Now I understand.
Think about moving to Waco, Texas.
Lafita's God and I'm Jesus. This all makes sense now all of a sudden. Harvey's Judas. All right. I got to go, Paul. I'll see you later.
Thanks, man. You've been a good help.
Yeah.
Here are drugs.
I just throw them at him. I just toss them at his chest. No, but really, I'm serious. That dog was a spider. I know it sounds crazy, but it's for real.
Make a...
Look, I'm confiding in you, man.
Not a fast talk, but a... Persuade.
Ooh, that's not good. That's base 15. I rolled a 42, so that is a fail. So to this kid, I'm just like, tropical Capricorn.
Yeah.
I really hope, Donna, that he doesn't mention anything about the dog being a spider from space.
No, he definitely mentioned it.
So is it obvious that the kid doesn't believe me?
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to take you on top of a building right now.
I really, really hope that he doesn't take the kid up there to look at it. There's no way that's going to happen.
Don't look across the street, Paul. Climb that ladder. Look, Paul. It's like real important that I figure out where Harvey lived. Like it's like really super important. Like I don't mean to scare you or anything.
Just switchblade.
Look, Paul. Look, Paul. I don't mean to scare you or anything, but I need you to kill your parents. Is that cool?
You like to pet dogs? You ever pet a dog with a knife? Do you have the drugs visible?
No, I don't have the drugs visible.
Okay.
Is this kid like? I mean, does he look like he uses drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm taking the drugs out. Well, before I take the drugs out, look, do you know anything about Harvey, though, honestly? What do you know about Harvey? Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Harvey.
Do you maybe know where Harvey's from? Do you maybe know where Harvey lives?
I don't know where he's from, but I saw something weird with him one time.
All right, look, man, that's great news. Look, I'm not saying, look, man, I feel weird telling you not to use drugs, so here's drugs that are in my hand. And, like, look, if you decide to take these drugs and, like, maybe tell me what you know about Harvey, that would be, I mean, I'd be fine either way. Look, I want to know what happened to Harvey, but, like, I have a real hard time giving you drugs, man. That's my point.
If you're going to give him the drugs, make a fast talk and double your bonus.
I'm just going to hold him in my hand and see what he does.
I mean, he looks at them with interest.
Yeah, he looks interested.
Yep.
I mean, what kind of drugs did Donna give me? Donna, what kind of drugs did you give me?
What kind of drugs do you usually use?
Yeah, just like pot.
Then I gave you pot.
That's no big deal then. Here you go, kid. Then I will take that bonus and use my fast talk.
Okay.
It's double.
Yep.
My fast talk is 65, so this is not failable.
Just don't fail. Yeah, just don't roll a one.
Okay. It's pretty close. Rolled 93.
Or you had to roll 100. So he just looks at you. Then he tucks that pot into his pocket. I mean, I saw something weird. I laughed at it because I was sitting on my stoop because I hate that fucking dog.
Stoop?
I hate that fucking dog. Yeah, on this stoop.
So this is your.
This is my stoop.
This is Paul's stoop.
This is where I hang out.
I'll remember that from now on. Look, we need to meet more often.
Cool stoop. The kloop. That's what I call it.
The kloop. Well, look, man. If you ever decide to come off the kloop, I teach karate right across the street, man.
It's pretty physical though.
It is physical, but it's like good for you and shit. It's also like spiritual. You wouldn't believe it, but like it's spiritual. I got this book. Trust me, it's spiritual.
Space spiders and shit.
No, man, it's about turning your body into fire. How about that? Tell me about Harvey.
I remember because I saw it and I laughed because I hate that dog. But when I saw him, it looked like he was driving a car.
Right, okay, sure. Yeah, who's crazy now, Paul?
I laughed because like I know he's not driving a car, and I could see somebody like look like they were in the seat, like on the other side. But he's so big, it looked like he was coming over and driving the car. It was funny.
So Harvey was driving the car for somebody who was clearly capable of driving a car, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Why would Harvey drive the car if someone else could drive the car?
It was funny. It was funny looking, seeing that big nasty dog driving a car.
Where was this?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Right across my stoop.
Right here?
Right here, down the
Between your stoop and my dojo.
Yep.
Quote unquote mine.
Yep.
Who was in the car with him?
I don't know. I couldn't really see the person very well.
So you couldn't even tell me what he looked like? Mm-mm. So I just gave you some drugs to tell me that you saw a dog driving a car, and you won't believe me that he was a fucking spider. You have to admit some weird shit is going on with this dog.
I think it's easier to believe a dog could drive a car instead of a spider.
I've caught you in a trap of logic, Paul, is what I've done.
Take my visibility, put it on you. You're double visible. You can't hide from me.
So, what did the car look like, Paul?
It was an ugly ass car.
All right.
Was.
Did it look like
It's like a goldish yellow Ford Galaxy.
a goldish yellow Ford Galaxy? That sounds kind of familiar. Okay. Which way was it going?
Left.
That way. Yep.
Have you seen the car in town before? Like or on the street before? Like,
No, I don't think I have. I just thought it's an ugly car, and I haven't seen one like it.
all right.
Don't leave my stoop much.
Yeah, I get it. We all like to kind of, stay where we're comfortable, right?
Yeah, make an idea.
I'm rolling against a 50. Negative. That is 63. That is a fail.
Okay.
All right. So you don't know, but you didn't you don't know where Harvey slept or anything like that, or
I never saw him sleep.
yeah. All right. Hey man, are you gonna be hanging out on the stoop for a little bit?
Yep.
Look, I might come back and pay you a visit.
I got pot.
I know. You want to hang out?
You gave it to me.
Look,
you want
man.
to smoke some?
Yeah, I do. I tell you what. Give me until August. Can you give me until August 11th?
I don't even know when that is.
Me neither, man. I'll catch you later though.
Okay.
I'll walk across the street. Hey, man, Malone, you made some shit. Well, you didn't make shit hard for me. I just want to give you a hard time. You know that all right, so Harvey was driving a Ford Galaxy. That's all I know. A gold one. Ugly car. Here in the neighborhood. Right on the street.
That was the one that we saw, Robert and Marianne
That's their car?
leave in. I don't know if it's their car. It was registered to David
Harvey-
Berkowitz.
Dog Lamar.
Well, I think we need to track down this David Berkowitz.
I don't think he's important.
Probably not.
And we will end there. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this revelatory episode. We'll see you next week.